Now, let me just tell you a little bit about the power of automating things. Most people, as you know, they have good intentions and they really want to do some of this stuff, like doing the mugging and all that kind of stuff. But they run out of day. They have less day than they have time. So what I've done is that I try to teach people to create campaigns. And so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I would build a card first. And you can use a design studio, which I really like. I can go in here and build a card. But I actually like to use the quick dashboard. So if I'm going to create a card, because I like to be able to save the message and stuff like that. So here I go. I'm going to type in here, and I'm going to use a card that I can either type in birthday, and there's a few birthday cards in there. And I can use one of these cards, which is just fine. Or I'm going to do something like this. Maybe I'll just go and take that out. And I have some images here that I use. And what I've done is I've created one that's me. So this is my birthday card. And so I'm going to go over here, and I've already saved. So anything I type in here, just so you know, whatever I type in here, I can save it. So I'm just going to go down here, and I'm going to go to birthday. I have a Christmas. I'm going to say my birthday. So I'm going to load that in there. So I already have that in there. So it says, as you can see, I'm having a lot of fun on the river catching fish. I hope you have a great birthday. I'll be thinking about you. Tight lines. That's just a saying in fly fishing. Call me when you get this, period. I want to make sure you receive this. Now, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for touches. I'm looking for people to call me back. I'm looking for people to just, because I want to know. I really want to know whether they get that or not. And I can change the color of this. I like blue. And so I might do a few things like this on here. It says first name. I might indent this a little bit and indent this twice, tight lines here. So it doesn't look like it's, all computerized and stuff like that. And I'll do that. And then I'll go down here. I've got a lot of logos, but I'm going to put my stuff on the back. I have one here. Let me find it. I have too much. I got to clear out some of these. And so here's one right here. I'm going to use that right there. And there's my card, 2019. Now, because I have a merge or first name, and so I know that that's going to merge a name in because it merged Johnny in there. And then there's the back, and then there's my card. Okay. So now I'm going to save that card. Okay, there. So there's that. Now I'm going to build, I'm going to go in, I'm going to create a personal gift. And I love to send these cake bars. So I'm going to use this cake bar for an example, and I've already got a bunch of stuff in there. So I'm going to go to one of these birthdays. I have birthdays, happy holidays. So I'm going to find one that says birthdays. If I don't have one here that I like, then I'm going to create one. So there's a happy birthday right there. So I'm going to use that one. And then I'm going to match the colors. So I'm going to use this right here. And I like what it says there. I'm going to change the font. I want it a little bit. I like that. And then I'm going to change this to large. And there we go. And so I'm going to go, I'm going to put birthday, cake. It's already on there. Birthday, 2019. I'll tell you why I'm going to do 2019 right in a minute. So I'm just going to preview that. And there it is. You can see it. So it's going to merge. See it how it says Johnny Appleseed. That means it's merged it in there. So there, I've got my birthday card campaign. Now that is really powerful what I just did. So I'm going to say, it's really good what I just said. So now I'm just going to save it. Okay, so there are my two. There's my birthday card. I'm going to edit this because I see right here that I don't have anything on the back of the card. When I edited that, I didn't put the back of the card. So I'm going to add that logo again right here. And I'm going to resave that. There we go. And that's what I want. I'm going to delete this one. I don't want that anymore. So there I go. So there's my card. There's the inside, what the inside's going to say. And there is the front of the card. Real simple. Here's the brownie label. Now, in a few more weeks, you're going to be able to, in the design studio, you'll be able to design that whole label and merge whatever you want on here for whatever pictures. But this is just a quick version. Okay, and so there's the brownies, cake bars. That's what they're going to look like. Okay, so now I'm set. So now I'm going to go into my campaigns. And I already have one here, but I'm going to change it out. Now, this is a nice thing about our campaigns, our birthday and anniversary campaigns. They're on, once you've activated it on, it continues. And so now I'm in 2019. This was a 2018 birthday campaign. So what I could do is I could change the name, whatever I want to do. And so I could just add this, just change this out. So I'm going to delete this card. And you'll see it's the same one, but I could change out the card for the next year, and it will continue to grow. Continue to go. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to add a campaign here. There we go. So what I'm going to do here, my drop's going to be 2019 birthday, and I'm going to have it so it goes 7 days. If I was going to do an international one, I would add this and do probably 14 days before their birthday. And so I'm going to add the projects that I want. And I'm going to add this project. And then I'm going to add the gift. And nope, I don't want to do that. I'm going to add a project. Remember, that's just the gifts that are not personalized. Okay, so now I got both of them in there. So there they are. So when it goes out, this is what's going to go out. And I'm going to save that drop. Okay, so now there's my campaign. I can pause the campaign or I can keep it active. I've already got people in there. Those recipients now this year are going to get this new campaign. That's how simple this is. And so now, how do you, when you're creating your contacts, when you put your contacts in the system, make sure that when you're adding contacts, let me go to add new contacts. Make sure when you add your contacts that you put this in there. Because if there's not a birthday there or birthday day or birthday month in there, they're not going to get anything. So make sure that those are in there when you add that. Now, if you don't have them in there, I use Google. So I can go to my Google and pull down my list. So I can go into my Google and I can load these up. And I don't know what database you use. All of them have a merge where you can merge it into a CVS file. And once you put in a CVS file, then all you need to do is know how to upload those or upload those into your contacts. So if I go to contacts and I want to upload, okay, so here, right here, see how I've got create a list or import contacts. What I do is I just take this template and I just make sure that this template right here merges and stop my share, and then I'm going to add this and show you what I'm talking about. Well, that's how you do a campaign, and I think everybody needs to have one. So you load up your people in your system, you create the campaign, then you add those people to your campaign. It's really simple how to add them. You can either add groups or you can roll up individuals or so on and so forth. And by the way, you can add and take away from this. So once you set the campaign, if you want to delete people out of there and you don't want to, you can. You can upload it and it does it. You don't have to restart the campaign.
I've got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does your mail meter fund both your card and your gifts?
Yes. And also your postage.
Perfect.
So everything's there, and you don't have to pay for any of these campaigns or any of these people until the day that it goes out. So you can load as many names as you want in here, or as little as you want. You don't have to pay for it up front. So our campaigns are designed so that once it goes out, it pays it, because we don't have a auto ship or a subscription like that. And so your mailer meter is really simple. Once it goes to zero, if you're at zero or you got 5 cents in there or 10 cents in there, as long as your credit card's active, then you're going to be okay. As long as your credit card's active, it will automatically, if you're in the negative, it will automatically charge your card whatever you set up on your mailer meter. So if your mailer meter is set up, so configure your auto recharge. So you can create your auto recharge to whatever you want it to be, but the lowest is $25. And so if you run out, if it goes down, then it will charge whatever that is, plus the negative that you're in. But if you have a negative and your credit card doesn't work, or you've got the wrong credit card in there, it won't send out. But make sure that your credit card's up to date. I think you get email notices and stuff like that if it's not, and that kind of stuff if you've got a problem. So anyway, that's the way our system works. Pretty easy, not hard. Campaigns are one of the best things you should ever do. You can create all sorts of different campaigns. You can create a drip campaign. One of the things in the real estate industry that I used to teach all the time is that if you're going to do a great big gift, just divide that into 10 quarters. So if you're going to spend $200, $300 on a basket, don't do that. Just create 10 segments, 10 drips. I just call it real estate. These are so easy to do, these drips. And what you do is you just start creating. So I want to create a drip. And what I do is I can set the date, add the drop, whatever I want to do on this, and when I want to start the campaigns. So if I add the drop, it's going to say, when do you want to do it? I can do immediate. I can do immediate, and then I can do days after immediate. I can do all sorts of stuff with this. And I can add things from each different document center. I can do it from the projects. I can do it from add gifts. I can do it from the studio. So I can add all of this in the campaigns. And eventually there will be a place here in the studio, where you'll be able to design and personalize your own boxes. I can't wait for that. And the other area, I'm just going to tell you a secret. There's also going to be books. You're going to be able to send books, write a note inside of a book, and send that out. This is such a cool system, and they're developing it so that it's basically personalize everything you want and send it out. You can personalize as much or as little as you want. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. Look, it sounds like there's some people that have some questions. Let me see. Do I have access to happy birthday images for brownies and cake bars? What I do is I just go to Google. And when I go to Google, it's just really simple. I'm just going to show you. And what I do is I just put birthday, and then I just birthday images, and then I just Google it, and there they are. And I just go here and I download them, the ones that I want. There's so many, I don't have to be very creative at all. Mm-hmm. And that's where I download them from. So that's where I get my images, a lot of them. And I use Canva. So if you go to Canva, there's a free version, canva.com. And there's a free and a paid version. You just go in here at Canva and you can create cards right from there. There's so many sources that you can do this from now. I also use my Photoshop, all that kind of stuff. So you can go to Canva, set up an account. You can create. They have all sorts of free images for birthdays and stuff like that, and you can load it in. In today's world, you really don't need a lot of that kind of stuff, and there's a lot of companies that want to design their own. What is the best way to gather birthday information? That is a very good question. You're going to networking events, that kind of stuff. The other thing that I use another product, Sun Help Design. It's an app on my phone. It's My Contact Butler. It's an app. It costs $10 a year. I don't know if the website's up. My Contact Butler, you can just go and it's an app that you download both on Android and Apple. I use this. And what it does is I can send a link. You can customize your messages. And I can send a link, and that link go load it into my Google so that I can upload it however I want to do that. So that's what I use. The other way is just ask them when you're getting a V card or something like that from them when they're pushing their information. Ask them for their address and their information and say, "Can I get your birthday?" So those are some of the things that I do. Thanks, everybody. I'm out. So I hope you all have an incredible day, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.